Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Your Mark on the World show. I'm your host, Devin Thorpe, and this episode is produced for GoodCrowd.info. We're excited to have as our guest today Naeem Randhawa, who is the CEO and founder of HalalSky. This is a crowdfunding site, an equity crowdfunding site, specifically targeting the Muslim market. Naeem, welcome to the show. We're so glad to have you.
Thanks, Devin, for having me. I appreciate it.
Well, I think one of the most important things about what you're doing is to understand why it is that Muslims might want a proprietary, separate and apart crowdfunding site. Can you help us understand what's special about the religion, the culture that would make that important?
Absolutely, absolutely. That's a great question. So I think it's fairly straightforward. We're taking kind of our example from a very successful community of interest, if you will, that's already ahead of us, called Our Crowd. Our Crowd is focused on the Israeli diaspora around the world. And, you know, every community of interest has its own set of attributes. And that's true of the Muslim community as well. Specifically, the Muslim community, when it comes to finances, they follow what is called a Sharia method of investing. And so that the investing vehicles need to abide by and follow certain rules, such as no interest-bearing structures, no alcohol, you know, some of the obvious things. So no alcohol, no dealing in guns and things like that. And so the structure that we're putting together is a approved mechanism where we can bring a deal flow that is transparent, that abides by these strict laws for those that want to follow it, and presents an opportunity that's unprecedented. We just don't have that available to the mass today, and that's what HalalSky is. A first-time opportunity for the Muslim community and those that are, it's not just Muslim, but those that are interested in this value-based system of investing in approved deals.
Well, it sounds like, just based on the fact that there are, what, 1.5 billion Muslims in the world, that this is a good idea.
Absolutely, absolutely. We're fortunate enough to have a great board of advisors, and some of the research that's been done, we're seeing a tremendous amount of interest in crowd investing, crowdfunding globally. So I know that the demand is out there based on some of the polls in the Middle East, but also here in the U.S. And I think it's the right time, right opportunity to be launching something like this.
It is an exciting opportunity, and I certainly want to see you succeed at this. What is the, tell us a little bit about how the business will operate when you launch, and how things will work.
Absolutely. So we're in our planning stages right now. We have established a board of advisors, the foundations of the business, if you will. So a couple of things that we have done. In the board of advisors and the people that are part of this company, we've established professionals from the crowdfunding world. We have also built a Sharia board, which is a group of Islamic financial experts. These are people that have been in the finance industry for quite a long time. And they're also experts on Sharia law. And again, the term Sharia over here is a code of conduct. It's guidelines around how to invest your money without interest-bearing, protecting your money from other such type of attributes. And so what we're doing is building this layer so that when a deal comes in, and most likely we will probably start in the real estate market. That seems to be a great, easy way for us to get in. And real estate is of high demand to the Muslim community. So as an example, we'll bring in a property, a residential or commercial property. We'll then run our due diligence. The Sharia board, the financial experts, etc. will make sure that the owner is qualified, again, from a Sharia standpoint, but you know, he doesn't deal or she doesn't deal in alcohol-based businesses in whatever capacity. So we're not going to be bringing deals to the table that might be a liquor store. But let's say it's a dentist office, as an example. We'll make sure that from a financial standpoint, it's good sounding. They've got the financial history, etc. And then we'll present these opportunities that have gone through this extreme vetting process financially, as well as from a moral standpoint, to the crowd. And we are building a registry. We're building a database of customers out there that have already approached us to say, hey, we want in. We want to invest in this fashion with HalalSky.
What are some of the rules that you'll be operating in terms of, will you be operating under Title II, Title III of the Jobs Act? How will you be playing in that crowdfunding ecosystem?
We're actually debating some of that right now. I would say we're probably leaning towards Title II, but Texas just announced that sometime over the next 30 days in November of this year, they're going to enact the intrastate rules for crowdfunding over here. And so that's very exciting, being based in Texas. That may be a leap start that we do right here in Texas and open the door to a Title III kind of offering. But the eventual goal is to open this up to the masses. We really do look forward to Title III. That's the eventual goal. In the beginning, we may want to just limit it and see how it goes. Manage the first couple of deals, test everything out, because we do want a couple of really good wins before we go and open it up to the masses.
Crowdfunding has such an inherent nature, it seems to me, to facilitate good, and there seems also to be an advantage for campaigns associated with some sort of social benefit. It also seems that that's something that is probably baked into the Sharia rules, either implicitly or explicitly. To what extent do you see social outcomes, doing some sort of good, causing some sort of benefit in the community, as being part of the mandate for your platform?
So, Devin, first of all, I've got to say, I take my hat off to you for the tremendous good that you do with your books and your travels and your website. So I'm in awe of everything that you do, because I know you do a lot in that space, and I respect that.
Well, thank you. But this is about you.
Absolutely, absolutely. So HalalSky believes in those principles. I believe in those principles, and you're absolutely right. It is inherent to the laws. HalalSky, we are putting together, and we're figuring out how to do this, but we definitely want to make giving back to the community a principle of our organization. How we do it and all that, that's what we're trying to figure out. But we want to commit to that. I myself have traveled to Afghanistan. I traveled to New Orleans after Hurricane Katrina. My wife and I do an annual gala fundraiser for the last 4 years. We're getting ready to do one in 2 weeks to help children around the country here in the U.S. and globally. So the principals and the rest of the board of advisors as well, all of us are involved in charity in some form or another, and we believe that crowdfunding will open that up. Just as you're doing, we really want to do the same. That we want people not just to make money, but we want people to have the opportunity to make a difference. And I believe that is a common goal for a lot of the people in the Muslim community, and the rest of the communities as well. Absolutely, but that's something we feel very strongly about. We hope to give back.
Tell us a little bit more about the fundraiser and the organization you're supporting.
Absolutely. So my wife and I have been involved with an organization called Islamic Relief. It's actually you can consider almost like a Red Cross. It is the largest Islamic organization, charity organization in the world. They were started in England. They have been endorsed by the British government. They have been endorsed by the White House. And it's just an absolutely amazing organization. We work with them. We work with churches. We work with a lot of different organizations. This particular fundraising that we're doing We're focused on children this year, and every year we choose a different cause. Our goal is to raise $1 million over the next 10 years. We're on our 4th year, so we're well on our way. This year we hope to hit the $400,000 mark. My goal is to get $1 million raised for charity, for women's causes, for children, for poverty, for hunger causes, etc., within 10 years.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, Naeem, I'm excited about the great work you're doing. I value and appreciate your good heart, your eagerness to serve and make a difference in the world, and I'm convinced that you can extend that model, extend that impact through your new effort with HalalSky, and we wish you every success. I hope you'll keep us posted as you roll forward toward the launch. Why don't you take a minute now and tell us a little bit about how people can connect with you and be ready to jump on the platform when you launch?
Absolutely. So our current timeline, we are in the pre-launch phase right now. The goal is we were originally planning to launch this quarter, but it's taking us a little more time to put the infrastructure in place. We're going to launch at the beginning of the year. The best thing, if you want to get connected to HalalSky right now, is just go to HalalSky.com and sign up for our newsletter. On the main page, you can put in your name and your email and just get into our database. As we get closer to our T-0, to our launch time, we're going to start communicating with you. We're going to let you know what the first deal is that you can jump in and take advantage of. We're going to let you know about our charity programs. And as we say, inshallah, with God's will, we're going to start at the beginning of 2015.
Fantastic. Well, again, Naeem, thank you very much for being with us today. It's been a joy to connect with you again, and we wish you every success.
Thank you so much, Devin. I appreciate the opportunity.
All righty. Let's do some good.